morning. Alicia and I are back on the Appalachian Trail again on this 4th of July weekend. We're starting in Dalton, Massachusetts and heading to Vermont. And I just hit my big milestone of hitting 1,000 miles on the AT. Yay me! Well, it didn't take Alicia long to get ahead of me. She's a lot faster than I am, especially on the uphills. So I'm hiking alone again, but that's okay. I can go at my own pace. I'm really looking forward to today because I'm going to be meeting a Facebook hiking friend, Wheezy P, that's her trail name, and she's out here hiking with her dog, Boots. She's going southbound and we're going northbound. So I should be running into her sometime today. I'm anxious to meet her finally. I'll talk to you later. Pond. We sat and had our lunch here. This is a view from the Cheshire Cobbles, it's called. And you can see down below, there's the town of Cheshire. We'll be heading there in a little bit.
Mount Greylock behind it over there.
Mount Greylock is the highest mountain in Massachusetts. It's kind of cloud covered right now, but we'll be climbing up that tomorrow. Made it to the town of Cheshire and we're walking through the streets and we heard there's ice cream here, so we're gonna go look for that. Well, we found the ice cream place. Woohoo! Moose tracks and rainbow sherbet. Yummy.
Yum.
This is the trail, and it actually runs alongside of somebody's house. Pretty much their side yard. It's different. Now we're going right through the middle of a cornfield. That's crazy. This has been a very interesting section so far. We're going to climb up into those mountains yet tonight. Okay, that's the mountain we're going to be climbing up next. Wish me luck. Good morning from the Mark Noble shelter. We're on our way up Greylock Mountain. It was a rainy night. It's a little rainy now. We're hoping it clears up. And we are off today on the trail. This is the trail coming out of the shelter. We could have slept in the shelter last night, but I snore and I didn't want to keep everybody awake. Plus I toss and turn a lot. So this shelter area has a bear box where you can keep your food. And here's the pretty. It's actually a two-seater. One side you pee in, the other side's for poop. That's the first. I never saw that before. Well, this is the trail right now. There is so much rain. It's pretty much just a stream. Could actually collect water here. Not that I would. Yeah. Like a little river. Currently walking on puncheons, and they put these where there's like streams, so you're not trudging through a ton of water. So these are very helpful, but they can be very slippery when they're wet, so you have to be very careful. Very pretty. Well, we made it to the summit of Mount Greylock, and as you can see, it's all fogged in, so we're not going to have any views. That's the memorial. Also just realized it's the 4th of July, so happy 4th, everyone. So this is the view from the top of Mount Greylock. There is no view. This is Bascom Lodge, and you can get a room here. They even have bunks for hikers, and there's a restaurant inside, so we're going to go in and check it out. Just got done climbing up Mount Williams, and this is the only view that we can see from here. It's not a very great view. The sun finally decided to show its face. Currently making my way up to Mount Prospect Ledges, which only should be about 0.3 miles, so it won't be too bad. But the trail continues to be muddy and wet, so it takes longer. You have to watch your footing. I'll see you at the top. Made it to the top of Mount Prospect, and here's the view. The town of North Adams and Adams down there. Walking through a neighborhood now. We're coming into North Adams, Massachusetts, and this is where we came from, up there. We're just up there. That's a long ago. There's the Greylock School. Good morning. This is the last day of our hike, and last night we slept at the Sherman Brook campsite. They had like 2 platforms, but one was already taken, so we just found a rather flat spot to pitch our tents. And this area had a forest fire not too long ago. You can still see the burned out. It doesn't look like it was too bad, but see the charred remains. We're heading for the Vermont border today, and then we just have a little bit past that before we reach our car. So it'll be one more state down and on to Vermont. Whenever you approach a bad weather trail, it always makes you wonder exactly what is in store for you ahead. In this case, I know I'm heading towards the rock garden. So I'm assuming there's plenty of rocks to maneuver around, and I do believe it's in an exposed area. So I guess in bad weather it could be extremely dangerous. So we'll see. I started the climb of the rock garden, and it's a lot steeper than it's showing in the video. But it doesn't look any worse in Pennsylvania. I'll see you at the top. That's Alicia making her way up. It's really not that bad. The rocks are kind of flat, so you have some good footing. You just have to keep your eye on the white blazes so you can see where the trail is. Not too bad, is it?
Huh?
It's not too bad.
No.
We are approaching the Vermont border, and it is also the start of the long trail. And the long trail runs from here, it goes across Vermont up into Canada, ends at Canada. Yay, we made it!
Yay!
And it's living up to its name already, Vermud.
Yeah.
crossed our first puncheons in Vermont. We have about 0.3 miles to go until the end of our hike. And of course, right before the end of my hike, I slipped on a rock and face planted and covered in mud. Thankfully, I didn't break any bones or hurt myself. Coming to the end of our hike. It was a great hike. We have just a couple of miles into Vermont, and we'll be picking up here the next time we come. But before I close, I just want to shout out a happy heavenly birthday to my mom. Have a great day, everybody. We're in the tower of Mount Greylock. So looking north is the Adirondacks, Williamstown, the Green Mountains of Vermont, and North Adams. Clouds are coming up again, covering the views. South we have Cheshire, Berkshires, Catskill Mountains in New York. We have the Hudson River Valley, Taconic Range, Albany, New York, and Berlin Mountain. Over there you can see. So over that way you can see good.